Hello, my name is Mars, and welcome back to I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. It's getting to be about the time in our last game where Tammy died, around this season. Maybe it was in Dust, I don't entirely know, but I'm wondering if saving her is going to be as simple as choosing the alternative dialogue option, or if it's going to give us one of those from a past life options. That's going to be the thing that saves her. Alright, so I think what I want to do right now is, let's see, do we have anything that we could give to anyone? We have a Xeno egg. Maybe we'll try giving that to Anemone. Anemone is running around the sports ball court, touching her hand to the ground at each corner. 18, she counts. 19. When she reaches 20, she collapses into the grass and checks her hollow palm. I'm training, she explains. My big bro Com says I have to get my legs climatized to the planet if I'm going to be team captain like him. You know what? On second thought, I might actually keep this egg for myself. We do have the harder challenges, don't we? What do we need for your card, by the way? Toughness. That might actually be something we can get. Because we're going to go all in with, like, sports ball and stuff. You can tell Com is bending the rules a little bit for the younger players, but you don't mind. It's important to start the kids on loving sports ball where they're still young and have tons of energy and enthusiasm. And Com is really good at getting them to listen and keeping them interested. Besides, who doesn't want to play a variation on the game where you have to crab walk everywhere? Oh, it's a bravery challenge. Interesting. Okay. So we're gonna want to do this. Oof. Okay. This gives us to flushes. More to flushes. I think we might not be able to beat this. I think this is the best we can do. We have a 2 of a kind here, a 2 of a kind here, and 2 flushes. And these are zeros, so moving them around isn't gonna help us much. And let's see, +1 and change suit to... Let's see. That gets us there, yes. Because that gives us still a flush here, but then we get a 3 of a kind. Okay, that was a good use of the egg. Good thing I didn't give it to Anemone. We're stacking up on bravery and toughness. You wake from an afternoon nap. The dream you're in is one you've had many times. The air is strangely pink and fluffy, kind of sticky, like cotton candy, right? And you have to push your way through it. It feels like every step takes an eternity. You push through the pink cloud and emerge into the children's creche, a room you know well, to see your friend Tammy standing before an enormous bear made of pure light. It lunges at her, through her, and she collapses to the ground like a fainting fairy tale princess. You wake with your heart racing. Tammy is leaning over you where you've been sleeping in a nest of pillows. She shakes your shoulder gently. Oh, I'm sorry, Solane, she says, as if speaking to a small child. I think you were having a nightmare. Are you okay? Are you? Nothing bad happened in the dream, but you feel sick with dread. Since you're awake, here we go. Here we are. You should visit the cafeteria. Antecedent is making a new kind of candy. She says it's made of cotton. Isn't that weird? I have to go tidy the creche first. No, you don't. Then I'll meet you there. Save some for me, okay? Forget dreams, get that candy. Tammy skips off to the creche, humming to herself. You feel groggy and need a minute to clear your head. That dream. Alright, we're gonna go save her. You sprint down the hall to the children's creche, where the little kids play and learn during the day. It's empty. All the younger kids are probably off eating candy with Antecedent. You spot Tammy tidying up some drawing supplies near the crafts bin. Above her, A holoprojector displays an enormous floating teddy bear made of purple light. It bobs silently in the air. Mr. Bearsworth. A decade of happy memories playing with it flash through your mind in an instant. Tammy stands up on her toes and reaches for the switch to turn it off. You slam into her, knocking her off her feet onto the ground. At the same moment, the holoprojector sparks and explodes. The bear disappears, and the whole room goes dark. Oh! The princess and the bear saved Tammy. In the dim emergency lighting, you see Tammy's eyes wide with surprise and fear. She sits up and rubs her elbow, staring at you. Sorry, are you hurt? It's okay, she sniffles, looking like she might start crying. Why did you do that? Owie! Should I be cocky, I just saved your life, or say it was an accident, I tripped, and lie? I think we're a little cocky. I just saved your life. My life? She says. She peers into the dark room, looking even more frightened. How? You try to explain that the holoprojector was going to shock her, but she doesn't seem to understand. What? How? But it's Mr. Bearsworth, she says. It's just a toy. She doesn't believe you, but that's okay. You're just happy that you followed your dream and got here in time. You decide not to mention the dream, since she seems weirded out already. After a minute, the lights come back on. The projector is dead, a thin trickle of stinky smoke coming from the base. Don't worry, Tammy says, brightening as she gets to her feet. Professor Hal can fix it. He can fix anything. Saving Tammy. Ooh, it's 4. By the time you find the professor and finish cleaning up, you've forgotten all about the pink candy in the cafeteria. Yay! Oh, that's great. Tammy gets to stick around. And, now I'm a little torn because I've said all along that, I want to focus on Dis this playthrough, and I still really do. But now that Tammy's around, because I really like her from what little we've seen of her. She's very much my kind of character. I want to spend at least a little bit of time with her since we have the opportunity. Solane, Tangent says, approaching with purpose. We need to discuss my brother. Friendship 10 with Dis. You mean my buddy Dis? Dish. Yes, Dis, she says impatiently. I need you to figure out where he has been disappearing. Ever since we landed, I barely see him anymore. He doesn't even come home at night sometimes and She trails off and looks at her feet. Well, I'm not on very good terms with my brother of late, but people are becoming worried. You get the feeling Tang is the one who's worried, but she doesn't want to admit it. I'll talk to him. He probably won't tell you, Tangent says angrily. Newton's apple, she swears. He won't even talk to me anymore. She sighs. You may have to follow him. I would, but everyone in the lab would know I was gone. No one cares where he goes during the day. Alright, so I don't really know how we're supposed to do that. Probably just talk to him now. But let's talk to other people before we do that. You meet your dad adjusting a watering bot in your mom's flower garden. Okay, this is just the shimmer. This pollen is making my head a little stuffy. On Earth they used to call this hay fever. Okay. This is the same as last time. Even though it had nothing to do with hay. The native flowers seem to be in full bloom this time of year. Oh, that's Mom. I was doing Dad's voice. And they smell fantastic. Your dad smiles kindly and agrees that they sure are beautiful. Then he blows his nose loudly. We're brave this time. Sniff the flowers. They do smell good, and they look harmless. Your dad's eyes look so sad, but maybe that's just the allergies. Hey, Solane, I know the last few weeks have been very hard for you. This might be a good time to relax and stick around in the quarters wing. No, they haven't. Tammy's alive, and we're going to talk to her right now. Tammy is sitting down in the grass with a baby on her lap. They're playing nicely with some flowers or a strand of the beads in Tammy's hair or something. Tammy keeps gently removing her hair from the baby's mouth. Oh, Solane, she giggles as you join her. Aren't babies the best? There are so many new babies in the creche. You'd think we were starting a colony or something, Tammy laughs. But the parents are too busy doing other work and somebody needs to take care of the little ones. She looks down lovingly to the baby who is now sucking on a part of her skirt, getting it good and damp with baby drool. You could help too. It would be fun. Unlocked babysitting. That's new. The baby chooses this moment to spit up a big puddle of pale yellow liquid onto Tammy's dress. Oopsie! Tammy coos and picks the baby up. Then she holds them out towards you. Could you take them for a minute while I find a towel, Solane? The baby hiccups and rolls their eyes. They still look a little queasy to you. I love babies. I see no reason why this character wouldn't love babies, and we want to get in good with Tammy, of course. Tammy's confidence. Okay. You hold the baby against your shoulder and pat their back the way you've seen your parents do sometimes. They let out a satisfyingly loud belch, and you feel a trickle of liquid run down your back. But you don't care, because there's nothing better than that fresh baby smell. You decide you might take Tammy up on that babysitting job. Alright, let's just see what that is. What that would get us. Babysitting, empathy and creativity, and friendship with Tammy. Okay, nothing too surprising there. Alright, Dis, what's up? You tell Dis that his sister Tangent wants to know where he's been disappearing off to. His eyes flip briefly to yours, then he stares vaguely off towards the engineering wing where his sister is reading on her hollow palm between classes. He doesn't say anything. Alright, we have 10 friendship. Is this good? Where do you go, Dis? His eyes light up and he whispers. I bet you'd like it out there, Solane. He motions to the path stretching away from the colony behind the walls. I sneak out to go exploring sometimes. There's so much neat stuff. You just have to wait until the grown-ups aren't looking. I'm small, so it's easy. Just don't tell, okay? I don't want to get in trouble. You follow him down to a drain pipe hidden behind the sports ball fields. Small kids like Dis could fit through it. Or you. Tangent will want to hear about this. Well, I don't think we're going to tell Tangent. Because Dis is our friend. But we should still see what this... Okay, you tell Tangent you know where Dis has been going. You tell her he's been sneaking out to explore the jungle. Not far away, but outside the walls. Tang looks concerned. Really? She says, wringing her hands. Is it safe? I'll keep him safe. She eyes you skeptically. Full offense, Solana, but you're just a kid, she replies. However, I suppose it's good to know he isn't alone out there. Okay, awesome. Should we try that? Sneaking out gives us bravery and perception and friendship with Dis. Should we work on that? Should we forego our studies and sneak out? I kind of think we should. Let's see what's outside these walls for the first time in our lives. In either of our lives. Sneaking out. We're getting a loading screen. What's out there? Sneak out to explore. Events in this area can be done in any order. They won't cause time to pass, but will increase your stress. Return home via the Expeditions Depot flag or the home button at the top left of the screen. Oh my god, this area has its whole own tutorial. Watch for collectible items you can bring back as gifts. Events respawn at the beginning of each year, and new collectibles have a chance to appear every season. Oh my god. Should we look for collectibles now? Okay, we can't go past there. We can talk to Dis, and that's important. Mushwood log. There's a log. I honestly have no idea what Dis likes. The colony outskirts. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to want to talk to Dis first. You slipped through the drain pipe and out of the colony before anyone saw you. Anyone, that is, except for a dark form watching you from the trees nearby. Could that be... Is that Dis? He turns and disappears into the jungle. Now you're sure of it. That was definitely Dis. He's not allowed outside the colony either. Follow him. You scamper after him through the brush, heedless of branches and brambles scraping at your arms and legs. Without a proper envirosuit, you get all scratched up. This kid is fast. You quickly lose sight of Dis and can't find his trail again, but you do learn something by trying. Perception. Nice, okay. What events are there here? Geoponics engineers have set up a work site here using the robo-plow to tear up the ground and prep it for farming. You don't want them to see you. They'll send you home for sure. You stop for lunch, eating an earth treat grown from your own greenhouses. A watermelon. Nice and sweet, like a more solid potato pod. You munch away, spitting out the seeds. Practice. Combat. You take the challenge seriously, lining up targets and keeping score. Your aim improves. Time passes, plus 15 stress. Oh boy. Okay, now we can go past this area. Why does it stress us out so much being out here? Okay, we can't go this way unless we want to do a physical challenge, which I think we might be able to do. We have a mushwood log. How hard is this? Okay. And also, we do build up stress pretty quickly out here, so now it's actually getting to be a hindrance. Okay, so this is what stress has been for the entire game, I see. Sneak past them. It's not like a hard challenge. Alright, so we're gonna want to do this. Okay. Alright, yeah. Okay, now we only need 7. Alright, this is gonna want to go in the middle here. Yeah. That wasn't the best possible score. But we made it. You skulk under the trees at the edge of their operation. The loud grinding of the robo-plow hides any noise you might have made. Okay, we can go this way. Ah, another log. An egg. An animal. Oh my god. So much. So much to do out here. Should we approach this animal? You spot a group of small creatures playing in a field. They have 2 giant frog eyes and 2 regular ones. Long forked tails with 1 strong foot for hopping. These must be hop eyes. You've heard people talk about them. They let you get pretty close to watch them chatter to each other and rub noses. They're all friends, just like people. But they hop away if you get too close. Should we try it? Animals challenge. Okay. That's pretty good. And now again, we only need to get 7. Hold on, we can get this to be a 2 of a kind. And over here, yeah, best possible score. We got kudos for it. The hop eyes are wary at first, but you crouch down and copy their cute little squeaking noises. You bounce towards them and amazingly, they don't hop away. You play with the hop eyes for a few minutes before moving on. Cute little guys. Alright, our stress is getting up there. So I don't think we're gonna really do much else. Oh my god, it's big out here. Whew. So much to do, and this is all in 1 month. You sneak up to the expedition's office at the colony gates. Nobody has seen you, yet. The lively hustle through the gates kind of makes you miss your friends inside. If you want to go home, you can sneak back through that drain pipe now. Are you sure this will end the month? Yes, go home. You're back! You spent the month exploring. You got bravery and perception and some friendship with Dis. Alright, we're gonna want to relax, I think. Although we could try giving some people some gifts. Because it occurs to me, I always just kind of assumed, for some reason, that every collectible was only for one person, and every person only liked one thing. But that's obviously not true. We spent so much time with Cal. We know that he likes 2 different things, bobber fruits and xeno eggs, and that both he and Anemone like the xeno eggs. So we should experiment more, try giving people more things. Okay, so... Dis. Do you want a log? Thank you, Dis says, clearly unsure about how to react. I'll, find something to do with it. Okay. That wasn't... that... informative. Okay. Since, yes, xenobotany is something we're going to want to, encourage to get as a perk, I think... no, not there. We are going to want to study a bit. Study life sciences. Cal may not be the most attentive student in class, blah, blah, blah. Okay. It's not that important. Okay. We can get a flesh here, and a 3 of a kind, and at 4, awesome. Best possible score. And we're very stressed out now, so we're gonna have to relax. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do anything for Vertumnalia. I think we might not. Let's relax. The lounge is a long, well-lit hall along the outer hull of the ship's midsection. It's strewn with tables and cushions, and serves as a communal living room for the tiny one-room spaces every family is assigned. You flop down into the lounge's big beanbag pile with some of the other kids. Cal has a dazed, peaceful look on his face. The air smells so good on Vertumnan, and so does the dirt even. You notice his clothes are filthy, but obviously Cal couldn't care less. Anemone bounces in. Holy crap! There's so much space to run around and play in. Com and Chief Rat set up an outdoor sports ball court, and it is way huger than the old one on the ship. Tangent carefully selects one cushion from the pile and perches on it. The school is expanding to some of the empty engineering bays, and we're getting a big new lab to do experiments using local resources. There's so much to learn about this planet. Anemone rolls her eyes, but Tang continues. We shouldn't forget our studies just because we've landed. I want to explore the jungle. Hey, dislike that. Solane is right, you hear over your shoulder, and you startle to find Dis standing right behind you. Gah, when did he get here? Did you see those huge beasts in the jungle as we were landing? Dis continues, picking out a thread in his sweater until it unravels. I wonder if there are more out there. You've had less of the deja vu, dreams come to life feeling this week, and you're starting to think you'd even imagined it, but suddenly you get a prickling sensation and remember that Mars is about to enter the lounge and tell everyone to look outside. OMG. They're hoisting the flag of command. We're officially humanity's first exocolony ever. I remember this. This is history, kids, and we were there. I remember this moment so well. Beautiful. Let's see. We have enough blue cards that I feel okay getting rid of a 0 cost. Yeah. It's time for Vertumnalia. Everyone gathers to hear Udicott's speech. In Earth's history, blah 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 blah. Yeah, we've already seen all of this. We will continue this tradition of Vertumnalia, a midsummer festival to celebrate our Vertumna, the lush planet upon which we find ourselves today. Yawn. You start to tune the speeches out after that. The members of the council all get up on stage one at a time to say something. Your mother Flulu's turn, eating some of the very first crops grown on Vertumnan's soil. Yeah, the earth plants look even less robust than usual, but there are some Vertumnan plants like juicy potato pods and edible fungi. Oh, we could do bot wrestling or the talent show, but We could do either of these. But we want to get good with discs, so I think I'm going to say competitions are dumb. There's no way you'd be caught dead competing in any of these totally null-headed events. You're 10, not a child. Anemone wins the strength competition, Mars wins the talent competition, and Tangent wins the science fair. Totally predictable. Yawn. It's a good thing you didn't waste your energy competing. After the festivities are over, everyone takes time off. During the fierce heat of dust, a few days rest is exactly what you need. You feel refreshed. Nice. Oh, everyone wants to talk? Hi, Tammy! Tammy's care. Tammy almost doesn't notice you approach. She's bent over her hollow palm, intently taking notes, until you get close enough that her ears wiggle and she looks up, surprised. Oh, hello, Solane, she greets you cheerfully. I'm so sorry, I didn't see you there. You ask her what she's studying, and she flushes pink and tugs on her ear. Oh, I'm not studying, she says. I'm making a list of my friend's favorite things. She laughs a little embarrassed. And well, you're my friend, Solane, so what's your favorite color? Purple. The color of the monster behind you. No, purple. She notes your answer, then asks what your favorite dessert is. Fresh fruit? Sure. Tammy carefully notes this as well. Okay, last question. What's your favorite toy? Dolls and action figures. Me too, she smiles. Okay, now I know what to get you for your birthday. What are your favorite things, Tammy? She presses her index fingers together shyly. I like the color yellow, and my dolls, and my favorite sweet is cake. Okay. Tangent is watching a construction crew build scaffolding for the new engineering pavilion. They're using mushwood, which is so light that one person can easily lift a 10-meter-long pole and stack it into place. She points towards them. Human beings are so great, don't you think? Before we landed, this was all just dirty jungle. Now it's civilization. I've been learning about adaptability in writing in biology class. The books say it's what set us apart from the animals, like we don't need fur because we can make warm clothes, and if it's too hot, we can make air conditioners instead. Yeah, totally. Tangent nods absently, lost in her own thoughts. Humans are some of the only animals native to Earth that can sweat. I wonder, it seems so much warmer here than on Earth. Have the animals here developed the capability to sweat, or have they adapted to the heat in some other way? Okay, I feel like we've definitely seen this before. Yeah. Anyone else want to talk? I think we got that, event with Tammy because we got our friendship up high enough with her. Oh, look, a log. Hey, Dis. You slip through the colony gates, feeling the breeze from the mushroom forest ruffling your hair. You look around for Dis, but he's nowhere to be seen. Maybe he went to class today? Probably not. As you're about to return to the colony, you hear what sounds like crying coming from one of the expedition vehicles. You pull back the tarp that keeps it from being blanketed with fungal spores, and find Dis curled up in the cabin. He wipes his eyes and turns away. Go away, he mutters. I'm not gonna be mean. Are you okay? I'm fine, Dis sniffles. Just leave me alone. Persuasion. We could have used that. You want to talk about it? Why don't you go ask my sister, he mumbles. Tang is so mature. She knows everything. I'm just a sensitive little crybaby who doesn't know anything. Dis wraps his arms around his legs and hides his face in his knees. I hate her, he mutters. Everyone thinks she's so smart, but she's just a big meanie. I hate everyone here. I hate being here. I just want to be left alone. He rubs his nose on his sleeve. Except for you, I guess. Sometimes it feels like you're the only person who's ever tried to be my friend. Is that good? Do you like that we try to be your friend? Okay. We're slowly improving our biology. Do we want to go outside again? Our stress is low. Let's sneak out. Sweet. First, we gotta look for collectibles, as always. Okay. It looks like we mostly have to stay on the path. Collectibles, collectibles. Where are the events? There's an event. But collectibles first. Oh, another log. Oh my god, there's so much out here. Another hop eye. Do we want to look at the hop eye again? This hop eye is acting really strange. It won't let you pass. It keeps thumping its foot in the ground really loud. What's its deal? Okay. Okay. Oh boy. We're gonna do this? No. Sweet. Now we only need 6. Which might be very, very difficult. Hold on. 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Fine. We're getting up there with animals. And we gain perception too. We almost got the perception perk. You stop trying to get past it and just listen. Oh! You can hear little squeaking noises from nearby. It's probably warning you away from its nest. You carefully avoid the nest while speaking in soothing tones. The agitated little guardian titters warnings at you, but eventually lets you by. Alright, that gave us a little bit of stress. But we can go further out this way. Oh, and there's an egg. Oh, there's Dis. You spot Dis sitting in a clearing, but not before he sees you first. Instead of sneaking away as usual, he stays still as you approach, like it's totally natural that he'd be sitting in the middle of the jungle, so far away from the colony walls. Now that you think about it, you're a little glad to see him. You are so far away that you can't see the walls anymore, and it's really weird out here, and it's getting late. Dis stares unblinkingly at you as you approach. Hi, Solane, he says. Hi, Dis. He seems to be in a good mood, something you see very rarely. Did you see Utopia out there? Dis asks. Chief Surveyor Vertumnan is easy to sneak past, but Utopia has, like, X-ray vision eyes or something. She'll catch you for sure if you get too close. She caught me once and I got in big trouble. How about I show you something cool, and sneaking out will be our secret, okay? He jumps up and walks a little ways into the trees. You follow. Just a few minutes away, the ground drops off and a large stone outcropping juts over a cliff face. Dis walks right to the edge without slowing. It's a long way down. Come on, he says. Try to be brave. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Alright, we can do this. And then just add one of these for the heck of it. Alright. Alright, we can start with this. And then get a 3 of a kind as well as 2 fleshes. Nice. Hey, we lost stress from that. Perception, a memory, a beautiful vista, and friendship with Dis. Oh, it's wild. You bravely step into the rock and walk out to the edge with Dis. You both sit down, feet dangling over the precipice, and look out at the amazing view. It's incredible. You snap a picture with your holopalm, but you won't share it on the net. This is your secret. Yours and Dis's. Let's keep exploring. Our stress is pretty good. Highlight collectibles. All collectibles glow. Ooh. That'll be good. Oh god. I'm not ready for that. Can we see those glowing collectibles in action, maybe? I would like that. Can we go this way? The muck hides interesting bugs and other treasure, for those willing to put their hands on the right holes. Are you? Peek inside that hole. Looks dark. We have 20 perception. Look closer. You've stuck your hands in enough holes to know this one seems occupied. On second thought, nope. Okay. Damn, we're doing good on perception. Okay. Let's go on home, I think. We do want to spend time on other things. Our perception is up there. And we're working on bravery, and we need to play some more sports ball to work on our toughness. Let's go home. Yes, go home. You crawl through the big drainage pipe behind the sports ball pitch, carefully sliding the metal grate back into place behind you. Then, carefully check that the coast is clear. Good thing, too, because Uncle Tonin is passing by on his way to the garrison. You curl up in the shadows and wait for him to leave. That was close. You're back. We gained some bravery and some perception. Alright, I think we're gonna play a little bit of sports ball now. Unless someone has something to say to me. No. A glowing collectible would also be cool to see, but no, I don't see any. Let's play some sports ball to increase our toughness. Mars may not be as skilled at sports ball player as Anemone, but she plays hard. She orders people around like a team captain, but she isn't so great at passing the ball. She'd rather be the star. Her favorite thing is to spike the ball right into the opposing net stop's body. It's not a legal move, but she's done it so many times that the opposition now stands further back when Mars has the ball, which is exactly what she wants. Did you see that? Anemone complains to you during a break. Mars wouldn't pass the ball to either of us for 10 whole minutes. Somebody has to do something. Anemone looks at you questioningly. Let's just not pass her the ball. Hey, Anemone liked that. And we lost some stress. For the rest of the game, you and Anemone pass to each other and ignore Mars. She notices, but just assumes you want to be the star too, and doesn't give you any hassle. The thing you've learned about Mars is that she loves to be the best, but she doesn't have the kind of ego that makes her mean about it. It doesn't really solve the problem, but it's kind of fun anyway. Alright. Okay, we can make a 2 of a kind there. $16? Not quite the best. We gain some bravery and some toughness. Should we do that one more time to gain a little more bravery? And does anyone else want a present? Aha! A mushwood log. Tammy, do you like logs? I showed everyone these logs, and the only person who liked them was Rex. But I want to see if someone else likes the logs. Are you sure it's safe out there? Solane, how can you just run around like that? You're so brave. We have a lot of these logs. Oh, she doesn't like the logs. This is... Tammy looks uncomfortable. Are you making fun of me? She asked, tugging on her ears. We found a dislike. Okay. Damn. Ugh, we lost a little with her. Damn. Okay. Let's play a little more sports ball, how about? You're paired with Nougat in practice. You make the mistake of underestimating her, and she wipes the pitch with you. Nougat, the little girl. Oh boy, oh boy. Hold on. We can make a big old flesh here. And I think that's about as good as we can do. Yeah. Win 10 card games in a row in hard mode. Sweet! And we have 21 bravery. You have a terrifying familiar dream. A monster crashing through the walls, unfathomably large, every part of it wriggling and moving and searching for something. It tramples through the colony as you watch helplessly. The wreckage of your home, tears streaking down your faces as you lift heavy pieces of debris. You wake up shouting no, but your voice is drowned out by a deafening rumble from the skies outside. The bedroom window is covered in water. Oh, it's rain. Thunder. It must be a thunderstorm. It's still the early hours of the morning. You've already almost forgotten your bad dream, but you're too unsettled to go back to sleep yet. The rain beats down on the roof of your quarters, joined now and then with great peals of thunder like the footsteps of an angry beast. Run outside and play in the rain. It's surprisingly warm outside, and the water feels nice hitting your head. Everything smells fresh and damp and wonderful, and the dusty, packed ground has turned to squelchy mud between your toes. You don't go too far from the door to your quarters, but it's exciting being outside in the dark, watching dramatic streaks of lightning arc down to the hills behind the colony. Nice. Oh, Anemone wants to talk to us. Did we increase our friendship with her enough? So then I trapped it in my room, Anemone says, telling you all about the bug she saw in her quarters. Its wings were as big as my hand, and it had feelers like, whoa! It was bouncing all over the place, like boing, boing, boing. She gestures excitedly, swinging her arms over her head. The bugs here are so big, and they're everywhere. I was gonna give it to Tang, she says. She loves gross bug stuff, but she said I should just let it go, because if it stung me, might get weird mutant powers. I mean, other than the one I already have. And I wanted to see if I got more weird mutant powers, so I started jumping around off higher and higher things until I was jumping off the back of the ship, and I got in so much trouble, but it wasn't even that high. She stops in her tracks. Hold on, she says, stooping to rub irritably at her knees for probably the 100th time in the past 5 minutes. Ugh, I'm gonna die. I busted up my knees, and it's so itchy when my scales grow in. Annie, don't pick at it. Chief Steward Antecedent's voice rings out across the garrison yard, pleasant but firm. It instantly transports you back to being in the ship Crash, tugging on her skirts and calling her Auntie. Anemone jumps and stands up straight, her hands flying to her sides. But Mom! Anemone whines, digging her fingers into her knees as Antecedent approaches you both. It's so scratch-tastically itchy! Oop. I know, lovely, Antecedent soothes her, patting down her riotous red hair. But the more you pick at it, the thicker your scales are going to grow in. Anemone tucks her hands under her armpits to keep from scratching. What if I want to have cool scales, she pouts. Antecedent smiles indulgently. At the rate you're going, I'm sure you'll be covered in them before you know it. No need to rush. Anemone's skin is dotted with patches of protective blue-green scales that grow wherever she gets a cut or scrape. She rubs the patch on her jaw indignantly, the one she got when she ran head-first into the food synthesizer back on the ship. Antecedent opens her satchel and pulls out a bundle of clothes. The queue for the nanoprinter is over a week long, so I patched your pants with scraps from your brother's clothing. Please try not to put any more holes in them. Or yourself, okay? She hands the clothes to Anemone and kisses her on the forehead. Anemone sticks out her tongue and gags. Yuck. Anemone evaluates the clothes as her mom walks away. Galactic, she breathes, as she runs her fingers over the odd-colored patches. There, right in the middle of the yard, she unashamedly squirms out of her pants and pulls on the new ones. Wow, I look like a fighter jet from the Hollows, she exclaims, showing off her new pants. Like when they'd stencil your kill count on your plane. Oh. She's talking about her patches of scales. Or like a really cool scar. Anemone grins. Yeah, you get it. My pants are scarred just like me. Oh, she's talking about the patches. Okay. Okay. Last thing I want to do before we end the episode is talk to Dis, because we have 20 bravery now, and we can get a card out of him. Dare you to eat this worm? Oh yeah, discounters? Well, I double dare you to eat a worm. You can't just turn down a double dare. You're no meek little hop-eye. Becoming a carnivore. Slimy, unsatisfying, very, very gross. Dis eats his like a noodle, slurping it up and wrinkling his nose as it wriggles in his mouth. Yuck, he says, swallowing it whole, then shows you his empty mouth. You should have known better than to dare a person who fears nothing. Sweet. That was a social card? Yes. I'm really surprised that Dis's secret is a blue card. Because the things I associate with him are bravery, which is social, and perception, which is physical. So it's interesting that this is blue. I don't know. I wasn't expecting leaving the colony grounds to open the game up quite as much as it did. I'm a little overwhelmed, honestly, but I'm also very excited to see this game finally really open up. Like, I enjoyed my first playthrough, but I can tell this is where the game starts to get special. So I'm excited to explore more in the next episode. Until then, I have been Mars, and I will be back with more I Was a Teenage Exocolonist.